From the theater stage in Houston to TV sets and the silver screen, Dave Maldonado takes us on one of the most complex characters in the hit film Sinners.
Y'all wash these floors?
Yeah. What was on them? I thought y'all was dead set on buying the place. More time I spend with y'all, the less sure I am you boys are serious about it.
Ain't no boys here. I just grown men. With grown men money and grown men bullets.
I didn't mean nothing by it. Just the way we talk down here.
Just the way we talk down here. Dave joins us with the path that led him here and where you can catch him next. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, thanks for coming in. Okay, a young Dave, grew up in Louisiana. You were kind of the artist type. We were just talking during the commercial break how sometimes school just doesn't work for so many kids, but we can't ignore what does work for them.
Right, yeah, absolutely. School was always a struggle. I was always with a sketchbook, drawing something, and by the grace of God, I got through it. I got through school. But yeah, not everybody needs algebra, I don't think.
All right. And then how many times do you find it in your scripts? All right. All right. You dabbled in theater for a little bit. What was it about theater that was kind of attractive to you?
It's weird. I came into it very late. I was I was performing when I was younger, but I think it was more for fun. It was never a career path. Mm-hmm. But once I got to college and started taking acting classes and really starting to open up as an actor, that was when I decided I was going to be an actor. I was going to audition for every play, take every class, and hasn't stopped.
Yeah, and that's where you found your leading lady.
Yeah. Who is now a chemical engineer. So the bar wasn't that high in our high school musical.
But actually, you acted alongside her, right? And you ended up marrying her. That is so cool. So see, you never know what might happen when you're on stage, right? Whether you're acting or then it becomes real life. All right, you officially got at the acting back in college, as you just mentioned. Right. What was that moment that turned in your head?
I think just the reaction of a live audience. Once I got on stage and you were able to affect these people, whether it was making them laugh or telling them, when they came up to you after a show and say how moved they were and it's changed their life. That's when I decided that's what I was going to do.
And you eventually moved to Houston, but there's something you said that is so important, and that is you auditioned for everything. So many times people who want to, become an actor or become a singer or whatever, have an idea in their head of where they want to end up versus how they get there.
Right, yeah. Once I decided, I was doing everything I possibly could. I was always in rehearsal. I was always in classes or doing a play. I was always looking for the next thing to get better or learning a new skill, learn to juggle, learn sign language, something. And once you get an agent, those things kind of start to materialize into
I'd love
TV
you to say
and
that
film.
because my son is at an agency, and they had said, listen, if you have a skill, if you can juggle, put it on there, because they might say we're casting somebody who needs to know how to juggle, whatever it is. All right. You also got a chance to keep learning when you would act alongside people who have been there decades before you. You did Trespass with Nicolas Cage and Nicole Kidman. Trumbo with Bryan Cranston. Free State of Jones with Matthew McConaughey, and The Fifth Wave, and other TV highlights that you have done as well. What do you consider your turning point as an actor when you said, okay, I'm now at another level?
Well, for a long time I was doing small roles in bigger productions, bigger roles in smaller productions. Mm-hmm. When I shot Deepwater Horizon, that was kind of a turning point for me. That was my first good-sized role in a big movie.
Right.
And directed by Peter Berg, and just stars all over the set. So that was very intimidating and overwhelming, but I was thankful that Pete was able to challenge me and really believe in me, and gave me a monologue on just like do a monologue, and I did one, and it ended up in the movie. So yeah,
all the stuff you had worked for.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's get into Sinners. The plot on Sinners.
Well, it's these twins, 1930s Mississippi. They just got done trying to do the mobster thing with Capone, and they decide to come back to Mississippi and open a juke joint for all their friends. And I'm the guy who sells them their building, who seems to have, just good intentions, but they end up not being that great.
Yeah, yeah. Just the title Sinners, and then of course when you describe that time period a whole bit, there's a lot going on there. But there's also a lot going on the set, the stuff that we're not privy to. We see the finished product, but getting there, it was some tough work, especially when you're looking at the twin situation and all that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a big budget movie. Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, they're both under a lot of pressure to get this movie made on time. Lots of complicated shots with Michael playing twins. We're in the Louisiana heat the whole time. But those two guys, I can't really say enough about their character just as men. As much pressure as they were under, I never saw them lose their patience or, you know, have an unkind word for anyone on set. And I was really impressed with them as humans.
The consummate professionals, right? All right, well, that hard work is paying off because, you know, Critic Choice Awards for Best Casting in an Ensemble and received 7 Golden Globe nominations.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it feels good. Feels really good. When I first saw the movie, because when you're on set, you're like, are they going to be able to pull this off? When I read the script, especially, I was like, really? Vampires? I didn't see that coming. But yeah, it's getting a lot of critical acclaim. Audiences love it. It's going to be up for some Oscars, Grammys. The soundtrack is amazing. So yeah, a lot of going to be busy.
You are busy. Speaking of busy, Practically Married.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a local Houston rom-com we shot. It was a lot of fun, a Christmas theme. Play the dad in that one. So yeah, it was nice to be able to go to work and drive there for a change. I've been doing that more and more lately. So there's some stuff happening in Houston.
Yeah, we heard Matthew Knowles talking earlier about, he just wants us to really focus more on the arts because we have the ability to be that third coast. We talked about it for a long time. I think Atlanta snatched it from us, but we can be the fourth coast, all right? Yeah. Your latest project, His and Hers, plot behind that?
Well, it's a murder mystery. Lots of, twists and turns. Working with John Bernthal and Tessa Thompson, which when I got the audition, I was like, His and Hers. I'm like, is this another rom-com? Because that's what it sounded like. But then I saw the plot and I saw that who was involved. Yeah. I got really excited because it was powerhouse actors and powerhouses all over the set.
All right, let me end with, because we have such a vibrant theater community when people wanting to be actors in this city, your best advice for them and best advice for parents who might be thinking, no, you're supposed to be an engineer.
Yeah. Well, I got an engineer wife and 2 engineer kids who are both in college.
You're good, yeah.
Thankfully, I hope they got a part of me as well, but they got mom's brains, which is awesome. But just do it. You have to really just get in classes. You're going to take some bad classes. You're going to take some good classes. You have to decide what's best for you.
You might get some bad roles, but whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've done tons of those. But yeah, just act any way you can. Do scene study with friends. Audition for plays. Just any way you possibly can, do it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming in today, and congratulations on your success. And we're looking for more to come. You can stream Sinners on HBO Max. Practically Married is streaming now on Prime Video, and you can watch His and Hers on Netflix. Busy guy.